I'm working also as a pipeline instructor. Uh, Actually, I will not be lecturing this course individually, but there will be a colleague of mine who will be also Mr. Ahmed Abdullah, who will also be lecturing this course with me. Some lectures will be by me, and other lectures will be by him. So it's an advantage for you because if there is any question on the WhatsApp group, you will have two persons who will answer your questions. We have worked on multiple pipeline projects, onshore pipeline projects, for multiple products, crude oil, natural gas, and the products pipeline, fuel oil, and slurry pipelines, and the projects ranging from a few kilometers to hundreds of kilometers. And we came from a background of mechanical engineering, and that's my introduction. Course plan and the instructions. I will share with you the course outlines after this slide. The course duration will be 12 days. It will be 3 hours per day. There will be a break after maybe 1 hour of or 1.5 hours for anyone to pray or to take his coffee or tea, and then return to the course. Every module will be started with module outlines. Lectures will be supplemented by examples from real projects and sample design calculations. I will also be sharing with you some design calculation sheets that I have used my own in the industry, and it's tested and in multiple projects, and results are approved by multiple companies. In the course itself, we will open questions every 30 minutes so that we can organize the course, and it can be an on-shelf recording that you can return to anytime you want. So for the sake of organizing, we will make questions every 30 minutes. So we will be lecturing for 30 minutes, and then we will stop and take questions. So if you have any question in the time while I'm lecturing, just write it down, and we will take our time in explaining or answering the question. But while I'm lecturing, please just write your question down so that we can keep the course organized. There will be, as we said, supplementary materials. These supplementary materials will be shared with you through a Google Classroom link. I have shared the link on the WhatsApp group. There will be codes and standards, the latest revisions, the latest editions of codes and standards, company specifications, and the calculation sheets. Anything that will be shared, any reading list or anything else will be on the classroom link. Also, the slides are designed to serve the purpose of being an on-shell source for you. So you don't need to take notes or make multiple sources for you to study. It's only the slides because we have designed them this way, designed to use as a reference for studying. So do not take notes. Just listen to the course carefully, and listen to after the lecture. Listen to the lecture 2 or 3 times, and study the slides themselves. Okay. So what you should know in the background topics, I think all of you will have these backgrounds: the basics of piping, the basics of piping components, valves, materials of piping and pipelines, actually material of piping, the codes and standards. You don't need to know the details of the codes and the standards, so as maybe BC 1.4 or BC 1.8. I am just talking about how to open a code in general, how to extract data from the code, and I think all of you have this experience, and some undergraduate level engineering knowledge like the stress versus strain curve, fluid mechanics and thermodynamics, etc. Okay, so course outlines. I think all of you have seen this, but these are the course outlines. This module, Introduction to Pipeline Engineering, we will take a historical background of pipelines, an introduction, then a historical background, comparing piping versus pipeline, uh, onshore versus offshore pipelines. Also, the course is onshore pipelines, but you need to know the difference. What are offshore pipelines? Onshore pipelines types and categories. The modules that are marked by Fadl. These are the modules that I will be lecturing, and other modules will be lectured by another instructor, Mr. Ahmed Abdul. Uh, then the second module is pipeline project life cycle, from conceptual design to feed and detailed design, procurement and construction, pre-commissioning, operation and maintenance, and then abandonment or demolition. The codes and standard module. We will be explaining the difference between codes and standards and specifications. We will be explaining pipeline codes, the main points in pipeline codes, as maybe B31.4, B31.8 for gas transmission, and B31.5 for liquid transmission, ISO 13623, and other codes, and comparing the design equations between these codes and standards, and what are the most popular requirements of every code. And we will be having a look on major companies' specifications and in what matter, in what points they are stringent than the code, and what points they are more less stringent than the code. We also will be talking about components of a pipeline system, from line pipes, pipeline valves, to bar tees, pipeline bins, big traps, other pipeline components will also be explained. Um, and then there will be a module about pipeline routing. This is the first step in pipeline project, is pipeline routing. What are the route selection criteria? How to select a route on a Google Earth. We will be explaining on Google Earth. We will take an example and open a Google Earth for this example and route some small pipeline, or will we will have a small pipeline that's already routed, and we will be explaining why it's routed the way it's routed. We'll be talking about topographic and geotechnical surveys, site visits. What what do you need to prepare before a site visit, and what you need to check and look at the site visit for a pipeline routing. The route verification on site, and route verification on Google Earth, and what is the location class study. Then pipeline engineering deliverables. We didn't list the deliverables that we will discuss because we will be discussing multiple deliverables, and it depends on the deliverable, that the specific deliverables that you as a trainees will want to discuss. We will be talking about all the deliverables, but we will be focusing on some deliverables from your choice. For example, I think all of you will be requiring to describe and explain the pipeline alignment sheets. We will be explaining pipeline alignment sheets, for example, pipeline approach drawings, what they contain, what the input data you need from a pipeline to make a pipeline approach drawing, what are the input data you need to make a pipeline overall field layout, the pipeline stress analysis report, what does it contain, a pipeline mechanical design report, what does it contain, all of these deliverables. Okay. And then there will be a module, introduction to mechanical design. We will be explaining, if you have joined the free lecture, you will see that there are multiple pipeline calculations and calculation reports that need to be delivered through detailed engineering phase. But these are the major, the most important, and these are 90% of the mechanical calculations that will be done through the project. Or in some projects, it will be 100% of the mechanical calculations. in the majority of clients will only require these calculations, which is crossing calculations, buoyancy calculations, upheaval and lateral buckling calculations. We will also be talking about design philosophy of code, the code stress checks, code stress checks or thickness calculations. We will also be talking about bend thinning, the minimum elastic bend radius, and all of these things. And in the end of this module, we will have an introduction to pipeline stress analysis using Bentley AutoPipe. Uh, uh, and I will be sharing with you some content that I have, articles that I have write to myself in the beginning of my career as a pipeline engineer in the stress analysis section, and I have been updating them along my career, so it's useful for anyone who is starting to use Bentley AutoPipe for pipeline stress analysis. The eighth module will be about the procurement cycle and documentation from a pipeline engineer point of view. We will be talking about material takeoffs, pipeline specifications and data sheets, the pipeline MRQs and MRPs for material acquisitions for quotation and for purchase, technical bid evaluation reports, vendor print review, vendor documents requirement list. For the construction and field engineering, we will be talking about interface management, soil types, and trenching construction procedure. We'll go step by step in the construction procedure. The trenchless crossings will explain them and provide resources to read about them, and then you will get back to us for questions, and then we'll be explaining again. Field bending, cold bending, welding, and NDT, corrosion protection and coatings, and we will be explaining all the type, most of the type of coatings, the most popular types of coatings that's used inside, and hydrostatic testing. Also, we will be explaining inspection and bagging and integrity management, the bag types, the bagging procedure, the integrity programs and inspection codes. What are the inspection codes? And by inspection codes here, we will not be explaining inspection codes, but we will just refer to the most popular codes in this section, the inspection section. And we will be talking also about future trends, the automatic bagging, the hydrogen and CO2 pipelines. And then there will be a quick example project in which we will be doing the calculations, and we will be routing the pipeline. We will also make the material take off for the pipeline. And consider this as a small exam for you. We will be explaining some parts and keep some parts for you to do. For example, the calculations you will do, the material takeoffs you will do, and things like this. Also, in some parts of the project, we will be looking at pipeline B and IDs to extract data from them. Also, pipeline B and IDs are not a deliverable of pipeline. It's a deliverable of a process flow assurance engineers. But we need to take a look at them, and you need to know every line that is connected to a trap or a party or on any component of the pipeline on the BNID. You need to identify it, and you need to read it carefully and understand it. And then there will be a module which was called "What's Next?" What will you do after the course? Because I will not give you a course and then I leave you to ask yourself in real time projects, but we will be supporting also in real life projects. So it's a long term relationship. It's not about course fees or course subscription. It's a long journey.